Charles, welcome to FrightFest.
Hi, thank you.
How does it feel to have your film picked as one of the selections for this?
Amazing. I mean, I'm so happy to have been asked an amazing slot on the Friday night, and I'm so excited to be showing it in such a big cinema with 400 people. It's a dream come true.
So this is your first feature film. You've got an incredible cast. What was it like to have those actors in your first film?
Intimidating, to be honest. Just before the first reading, I had to go and lie down in a room and collect myself, to be honest with you. But they were all fantastic. They're all great professionals. I learnt a lot from them, extremely lucky to have them.
So one of the things that I liked about this film is you really build that tension, you really build it very slowly. I kind of had a feeling of dread for the first half of it. How important was it for you to give that slow drip to the viewer to really reel them in?
It was very important, and I had an idea in my mind about the film almost being like a body of water and filling a bathtub slowly, keeping the water still. So when you drop something in, it actually has an effect on the mind versus throwing stuff out all the time, because then when you plop something in, it doesn't actually register. So yeah, it was important to me.
So I don't want to give away any spoilers, but what you managed to do over the course of the plot is actually quite bold, because things really change at a certain point, which I won't reveal what happens. How difficult was it to get that balance right, because you needed it perfect?
That was by far the most challenging thing to wrestle with creatively. I hope I did a good job. It's the most challenging part, to keep the tension, for it not to feel like two films in one, to give information so the last third or second half doesn't feel too out of the blue, but not to give everything away. So throwing in bits of thrills, throwing in some jump scares, and also drip feeding information as well.
And the other aspect of the film is the characters, the four main characters, are so complex, there's so many layers, it's like peeling an onion with every scene. Presumably your background in theatre helped you write that?
Yeah, it did. I really had an idea of you reveal yourself often through the relationships that you have with people, so it was important to spend time with those people in individual relationships as couples, and then as friendships, and then when they come together as a group. So each time is an opportunity to show the sort of masks that we wear socially, and then ultimately, when it comes off, who you really are.
So do you think that we could see Barbarians live on stage?
I did think about it, honestly, when I was writing it, because the film is tricky. Maybe.
I think it should.
Yeah,
I feel like it would work really well.
I think it's a great idea. It probably needs more, but yeah, it's a good idea. I mean, there's a big portion of the film where no one speaks, which was really challenging to write, and obviously very cinematic. I'm not sure how it would be theatrically, but it's a very interesting question.
So lastly, where did the inspiration for the story come from?
I was interested in men's rites of passage, and how in a lot of mythology and storytelling that's something that people have written about or have been inspired by, and we don't have that now. So I wanted to explore that. That was the sort of initial idea, and why that might be important is because ultimately, if you don't go through something, life will take you through it.
And I was hoping you'd say it was a traumatic dinner party.
Oh yeah, that as well. It's actually a true story.
Okay, well, thank you for your time. Best of luck with the film, and I hope the screening goes really well for you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.